the match. Joey's kryptonite of what we've seen over his career has been, he's been on the big stage on numerous occasions, but he's had a hard time closing the deal. He's got the opportunity to do it against a less experienced opponent. We'll see what type of adjustments him and his team made for this second match.
Underway, 65 kilograms in the red, that is Real Woods. In the white and blue, Joey McKenna. McKenna taking some ground early.
I like the aggression coming out firing right away.
Single leg from Joey McKenna right away. See if he can improve his position there. A little extended, and they'll stalemate that quickly. Back to center they go.
This is good. You need to show not only the referee, but your opponent, hey, I made business. And this gets into the psyche of your opponent. You guys have been resting for the last 2 to 3 hours. You know, some guys, they shut their motor off. It's hard to get it running for a second time in the same day.
And here's that pivot go behind that Real Woods likes. Let's see if he can get it. Now, reverse lock there. Joey McKenna's in decent position here. What do you see, Jordan?
I like the way Joey steps over top of this leg. Look, this would be a Merkle position in folk style with a definitive takedown for Woods. But here in freestyle, when you step over that leg, you've got the reverse grip with the right hand. That's not a takedown.
Stalemate that position as well. Still scoreless here in the opening 45 seconds. There's a shot from Real Woods, stopped by Joey McKenna. Real controlling that left wrist of McKenna. That's his shooting hand. Woods hit for passivity though. And
got blood.
More blood. I guess McKenna's, that's going to be a problem for this match, I feel. It's pretty raw. I don't know how they're going to keep that thing stopped up to, or we're going to have another match with like Mess and Break Car where you have stoppage, stoppage, stoppage.
Yeah, but McKenna's not a pace guy, right? So getting out of rhythm isn't necessarily a bad thing for him. It gives him a time to refocus, go back and talk to his coaches, and strategize for the next sprint or for the next stoppage.
One thing that surprised me in the approach from Real Woods, if you watch his matches at the Open and the trials, he comes out and tries to score a leg attack takedown almost immediately every single match. I think I'm curious your perspective, but it seems like a combination of respect, but also just the positioning of Joey McKenna, preventing that from becoming a reality.
Yeah, both of these guys have tremendously low stances, right? Unorthodox for most of the guys you see. We talked about Kyle Snyder just a match ago standing excessively high, and these guys are extremely low. Butts almost to the mat. They're having a hard time finishing on each other. They can get to the legs, but finishing has been the key. If one of these guys can actually get to a shot, finish it clean, that may be the X factor.
There's a low shot, nice finishing up. Standing is Real Woods. That's going to be 4 for Real. What a start. Now he's back down on the single leg here.
And if you're Joey, you got to kick out and turn down here. You've already given up 4. Don't risk giving up any more potential points. Get your belly down to the mat and start to defend gut.
Real Woods has a great gut wrench. He's high right now with it. See if they let him work on the right side, and they're not going to have enough time as Real Woods, but the damage is done. A 4-pointer gets this thing started.
That's what we talked about, Christian. You know, Woods scored an entire 4 points for the whole match last time, and now he's got 4 within the first 2 minutes of this match. He's in the driver's seat, but notice McKenna will keep closing the gap. 2 takedowns or a takedown in a single turn will change everything here.
Minute 9, still a ton of time to go in this match. But the opening strike for Real Woods could be huge. And there's a single leg. And going for the head pinch. Not going to get it. And they're going to give the takedown here. 2 confirmed by the match chairman, so it's 4-2 now. And almost like we saw with PJ Duke, he went for that head pinch.
He didn't need it.
Didn't need it, and gave it up. And Ringer holding the brick, but not going to throw it. I think that would have been a wasted brick had they chucked it.
And that's all you need if you're McKenna, right? You put yourself right back into the match.
40 seconds to go. It's 4-2. Real has a 4-pointer. Now, trying to pepper that ankle again. That's the shot he was able to get the 4-pointer on last time.
Woods must be So strong. Just look at how he holds on from the fingers to the wrist to the way he plays his leg defense. He doesn't look physically imposing, but the way he makes his opponents move, you can tell he's extremely strong.
Underhook on the right side for Real Woods with just 5 seconds to go here in the first. And that's it. We're going to take a look at that 4-pointer from Real Woods. Fakes from the outside, drops in, and then just lifts, plants him for 4. Unbelievable.
This was reminiscent of Messenbrink and Carr. Defensively, you have to stuff head and get your hips down and away. McKenna immediately reaches over top, looks for the chest wrap, and Woods is able to get his hips underneath him, switch off from the single leg to the double. Not only that, but get him up off the mat. We saw it earlier today with Yanni and PJ Duke. Guys who can stand up from a stationary position and lift up someone who's their same size. It's amazing to me. These wrestlers have incredible strength.
No question about it, as they continue to tend to that right eye wound for Joey McKenna. Walked back out to center. Underway now, the second period. Shot already from Joey McKenna. Grounded is Real Woods, trying to keep those knees on the mat, and they're going to white paddle that. No points for Joey McKenna. But an offensive start to this second period.
That's right. Those are good attacks. Those are good attacks. Even if you can't finish, pushing a guy out of bounds is a good way to start this second period with some momentum.
Real is definitely floating a lot of the position on the mat. There's a good shot, post attack there, but Woods able to kick out of it, avoid the finish.
And Woods with those nice low fakes, keeping McKenna at bay, trying to do his best job to keep him uncomfortable. Those fakes start to fly, makes your opponents rethink taking so much ground from you. But also you can fire off an attack in there.
Shot there by Real Woods, re-attack, Joey McKenna, single leg, he's got it. 2 more for Joey McKenna as they go out of bounds. It's 4-4, Real Woods in the lead by criteria, but momentum definitely shifted towards Joey McKenna.
And Joey looks really calm. Look at how he's calming his breath and his breathing on his way back to the center. Every time he finishes a sequence, you'll notice he has his mouth closed when he returns back to the center. Straight nasal breathing, staying calm, staying relaxed, controlling what he can control, and slowly nipping away at that lead.
McKenna taking the vast majority of attacks in this match, but Real has made the most of his 1 attack so far. Unlikely that's going to be enough to win this match with 1:30 to go. Woods giving up a lot of ground still, and now drops his level. McKenna tries to pounce, underhook on the right side for Real Woods, 1:14 to go. Good head position there for McKenna as they clear out of it. 1:11 now remaining. And post to the shot, cartwheels out of it. Real Woods is an athlete.
Disappears out of the attack, but Woods is gonna have to stay a bit more engaged. Although it looks cool turning your back and jumping away from a position, it also looks like evading and fleeing a position. He's gonna have to either get some fakes off or maybe potentially an attack.
Now 40 seconds to go. It's clear Woods is planning to win this match 4-4. Sweep single, Joey McKenna's in deep, but no, cleared out by Real Woods. Another attack from Joey. Woods is gonna get hit for attention.
We got more blood.
Oh no, we got more blood. So 25 seconds to go. This is so similar to what we had last time. He's like, you had a restart, you had an injury, 20-some seconds to go with the match very much in the balance here. What's the message to Joey McKenna?
Well, the message here now is you just need to step out, right? So continue to move forward, pressure him, but start your flurry now. A good setup would be great, but ultimately we just need to create sequences here, because if we can get him in a position where the referee sees that he's evading or fleeing, it may give us the passivity call that we need, or put him on the edge where we can get the push out. Ultimately, I'm saying push, but also firing off attacks and try to get him to the edge.
And for Real Woods, what are the keys to keeping Joey McKenna from getting that point on you?
Head hands defense, no shots. I'm saying absolutely no shots here for your Real Woods. You don't play the game of trying to get to a leg and cling and squeeze for the last 20 seconds. That's where he got exposed in the first match. If I'm real, I'm saying, hey, head hands defense, plant yourself in the center of the mat. If he gets to your collar tie, control a hand, wrist, collar, 2-on-1, dig underhook. But stay in solid position throughout, and you do not leave those 2 logos in the center of the mat.
And it looks like Joey is sprung, he's bleeding out kind of the top of his head, it looks like.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to wrap that up, it appears. So could delay things a little bit as you take a look there.
And on top of tactics here for Real Woods, you just got to tell them, hey, you're 24 seconds away from making your first world team. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Right? Go get it done. Go get it done. You talked about the type of spirit and grit that he possesses. Grew up in New Mexico, was discovered by Israel Martinez, moved out to Izzy Style in Chicago, went to Stanford. He's been a champion at literally every level of his wrestling career, but comes from just a place of toughness and difficulty and understands exactly what it takes. I didn't imagine that we see him on the world stage so quickly, but seeing him here, it's no surprise. It's testament to his upbringing, to all the people that supported him, and then making a transition from a place like Iowa. Who leaves Iowa?
Yeah.
Right? That was a gritty move there. Going from Iowa up to Ann Arbor, Michigan to the Cliff Keen Wrestling Club took a lot of courage, and now it's benefiting him.
He's done a great job, no doubt about it, as McKenna appears to be all bandaged up and ready for this final 25 seconds. Here we go, 4-4, Real Woods in the lead. It's a shot already. Staying baseline there is Real Woods, underhook left side. Woods defending, single leg, Joey McKenna, defended by Real Woods. Another shot, now front headlock is Real trying to keep those knees on the mat, and he's doing just that, and he's gonna slide out of bounds. He's grounded, back to center they go. 6 seconds remaining. McKenna needs a point, there's a shot. Trying to pull, single leg, Joey McKenna, and that's gonna do it, Real Woods. And we got a singlet, oh my. Joey McKenna saying that Real Woods pulled his singlet. We'll see. We could pull this in right now. The result is not ensured yet, so we can take a look at what they're looking at. And it looks like the right hand, let's see.
Looks like that one may have been inadvertent.
Yeah.
We'll see how long the finger lingers inside of the singlet.
Yeah, I don't think so. And a defensive, yeah, just kind of gets stuck in there. Kind of as soon as it gets in there, he takes it out. And you can't say that's and there's a difference when it's offensive and defensive.
That's
and you
right.
can't really say that this is defensive because there's
if
not
it's
an attack.
inadvertent, did you use it? Did it stop him from progressing forward? You know, all of those things you have to come into question. It's the spirit of the game, right? I remember I got a favorable call
Yeah.
a few years ago with Chance Marsteller in match 1. I went into a same exact scenario, crazy flurry at the end, couldn't get the takedown and put points on the board. But I felt a singlet pull in the midst of it, and we'll see what the referees decide here. There is definitely a singlet hold. Now, singlet touch.
Yes.
I don't know if we can call it a singlet hold or a singlet grab.
Decision. International wrestling, you have to grab and pull the singlet for it to be illegal. In this situation, the red wrestler's finger simply gets caught in the singlet. There's no evidence of a foul. Therefore, the original call stands, and the challenge is lost.
That is gonna do it. Real Woods, the winner. Challenge failed. 4-4 winner. It was one takedown was all Real Woods needed. I didn't think he'd be able to hold on to just that 4-point lead, but he's able to do just that, Jordan. You see McKenna walking off. He's been so close so many times, but it's Real Woods, who maybe doesn't know he's supposed to go on the stage right now with Bill Zadig and Jordan. He's never been in this.
Look at him. He's like, hey.
Coach Izzy told him.
Hey, act like you've been here before. Oh, man, well deserved. This is a kid that, you know, we've watched and admired for a long time. He's been in a number of winning programs. He's got great leadership there. You know, talk about having champions in your corner. He had an Olympic champion with Kevin Jackson and Alex Derringer, and just the guys that he has in his room there. That one 4-pointer, the very first minute and a half of the match, proved to be the difference maker. Did a really great job defensively, eluding and evading the attacks, and really that was the only points that he gave up. Got overextended, over-aggressive with the head pinch attempt, and just moved really well. Great athlete, very strong, and poised in the chaos.
Extremely poised from Real Woods. And now coming up next, we're going to move to 70 kilograms. Yanni Diakomihalis versus PJ Duke when we come back.